the politics of perestroika and glasnost. Okay, these are Russian words, perestroika and glasnost. Who implemented this policy? Mikhail Gorbachev, the president of the Soviet Union. What now? Perestroika means restructuring and glasnost means openness. मतलब Gorbachev said now is the need to restructure our economy and to open the economy. So now this led the openness and restructuring of the economy led to reduced control over the media activities. So important changes took place in political and economic spheres. That is, these spheres, the economic spheres, were restructured, and this gave impetus to democracy, to the people's say. As the East European countries, under the influence of the Soviet Union, adapted the capitalist and democratic paths, the regimes were changed. So under the Soviet Union, the small countries in East Europe, they started following capitalism. Till now they were following socialism. But with Gorbachev opening the economy, they started following capitalism and became democratic. Okay, so the regime changed. The Soviet Union, and the most important cause of the end of the Cold War was the Soviet Union disintegrated. That means it got divided into other smaller countries, in which Russia was the biggest country. Okay, Russia was the biggest country in the Soviet Union, so it remained a separate country, Russia, and all other states also formed small countries. Okay. Now, let us see how the world now is after the Cold War. So, post-Cold War world. The Cold War came to an end, and with this, the disintegration of the Soviet Union. The Soviet Union got disintegrated, got divided into smaller countries. Okay. As a result, major changes took place in world politics. With the end of the Cold War, many changes also took place in world politics. Okay. Now, for example, what were the changes? First change was that America remained the only superpower in the world. Soviet Russia disintegrated. Now, no more superpower. Russia was no more superpower now. So, now America remained as the only superpower in the world. A conducive atmosphere prevailed for the growth, and as there was only one superpower, an atmosphere, okay, particularly helping the growth in trade and economics started. Okay, growth in trade as well as economy. Relations between countries changed. A comfortable environment now took place. Now there was no groupism, because there was only one superpower. So now the economic relations between nations started building up. Capital started flowing from one country to other. People started flowing from one country to other in search of jobs. Markets started changing. Now people could sell their goods. Countries could sell their goods. They could export. They could import. Okay, and information could circulate throughout the world. So now internet was being used, and with the widespread of internet, ideas spread freely throughout the world. So all the nations of the world decided to give priority to trade relations, because no country was self-sufficient. They always depended on other countries for certain goods. The idea of giving aid to other nations was behind. Instead, efforts began to be made to establish economic relations. So, idea of giving military aid or making them, to bring them under अपना control, that the setback. Now people thought, now countries thought that we should now have established economic relations. Means we should be able to sell, or we can buy goods from certain countries, because there the goods are, or those particular goods are cheap or of good quality, so we'll buy from that country, and we'll sell them things which are surplus in our country. So economic relations started building up. The description of a country which was opposed to another has now changed from enemy country to a rival country. Okay, the enemy nation, it is no more called an enemy nation, because no enmities now. It is a rival nation. We are rivalry. We are rival nation. We are rival nation. We are fighting, but we are not enemies. Okay. The responsibility of the United Nations increased. United Nations was formed, and this international organization, its importance grew. The United Nations now had to take more concrete steps to maintain global peace and security. So now it was the responsibility of the United Nations. The League of Nations had collapsed. Now the United Nations, it was the responsibility of the United Nations to see that peace prevailed throughout the world and look after the security of all its member countries. So environmental protection, fostering of human rights, gender equality, and management of natural calamities now require global dimension. Okay, so people throughout the world, countries throughout the world now started thinking about environmental protection, because it was not the issue of any one country, it was the issue of the world. So they were also fostering of human rights. Okay. Gender equality, both the genders, the masculine as well as feminine gender, should now be equal, because now both are doing the same work. It was not like ancient times now. Now in this modern world, both feminine gender works more, in fact I would say they work more compared to the masculine gender. Okay, so at least there should be equality between the two genders. And management of natural calamities, if flood or famine occurs anywhere in the world, the whole world, international community is there to help you. Okay, so this is now led to the world becoming small. Okay, globalizing, we are having now inter-country relations. Okay, so now globalization started moving at a fast pace. It should now be easily seen. Globalization was easily seen. Globalization started long back in ancient times also. There was trade between, through the Silk Route. You must have heard about Silk Route. China silk was going to Europe, we were going to North Africa. So it was there from ancient times. But now globalization really got momentum. Okay, it got speed. So after the end of the Cold War, trade and economic relations between countries became more open, became more strong. Okay, as mentioned before, capital started flowing. Capital means money started flowing from one company, from one country to other country. Other countries, companies from multinational companies from other countries like America, Pepsi, Coca-Cola, they started having the plants in Asian countries, in African countries. Okay? The give and take of ideas among people all over the world grew. So due to the revolution in information technology, that because of the internet, because of the information technology, now different events and developments began to be known within seconds everywhere. Now everyone knows what's happening in Europe, what's happening in China, what's happening in Russia. Okay, the boundaries between nations did not remain as sacrosanct as they were before. Means people used to consider the boundary is nothing going beyond this boundary. Okay, previously you must be knowing there were only few cars. some 20, 30 years before, some 40 years before, 30 years before, you could have in India only an ambassador, a Fiat Padmini Fiat, or a Mahindra Jeep, or a Tata truck, or a Ashok Leyland truck. Okay, so a Bajaj scooter. But now that's not the case. In 30 years the world has changed. Now you can have a Mercedes, you can have a BMW, you can have a Honda, you can have a Toyota. Okay, so all the imported brands now you have it over here. So now nothing, boundaries have not remained same to same as they were before. All these processes are together are called globalization. The whole world has become one family, has become so small. But this has an effect. There's an advantage as well as disadvantage to this also. Okay. Now first let us come to the advantage, then we'll come to the disadvantage. Okay. The first disadvantage we are facing right now. That's why we are at home now. This is just because of globalization. Corona spreading so fast all over the world. If the world would have not been globalized, this would have not happened. So along with all these advantages, a big disadvantage also came. Okay, that was one of the reasons why Corona could spread from China to Europe, to America, to India, to Asian countries. Okay, within a few months it spread all over the world. Otherwise, it would have not spread this much. Okay. So let us first come to the disadvantages. See, we saw now we can get all the leading brands. Okay, you can any cosmetics, well, you name it, and you have it in India. Okay, any brand of cloth, you name it, you have it in India. Any car, you have it in India. Anything which you want, any food item, everything is available in India. Now you need not go to states to buy those products. You can get the same products in India. And with the recent news which I just read yesterday, okay, iPhone is now been manufactured in India. So now you can rightly say iPhone. I stands for India, India phone, right? Okay. So with all these advantages also comes losses. Just like I told you about the coronavirus. Globalization is the reason why coronavirus, the COVID-19 virus, would spread all over the world. Okay, then other losses, like as the economics of different countries got linked with each other, what happened was trade increased, economic unification grew, plenty of products became available in the markets. But at the same time, the gap between the poor and the rich nations, instead of reducing, it increased. Why? Because as the multinationals came into the developing countries, the industries in the developing countries could not compete with the multinationals because they had limited resources, the capital was limited. The budget of a company like Pepsi, the economic budget of a company like Pepsi is equal to the budget of any small country of like Bangladesh or Sri Lanka. Okay, so how can a company like Parle, which was producing beverages like Thumbs Up or Good Spot or Fanta, these were products manufactured by a small company, Parle, in India. And these brands were very famous. Now they could not withstand the competition of Pepsi. So they had to surrender and they sold their brands to Pepsi and Coke. Now Thumbs Up, the real Indian brand, is not manufactured by Parle, but it's been manufactured by a multinational company. Okay? So the Indian companies could not compete. Many companies had to shut down. Many people lost their job. Okay, so the difference between the poor and the rich country is widened. Because now they could dominate these powerful companies who belong to these powerful countries to dominate this developing countries. Okay, so we studied about the global development from 1945 onwards. We understood the world, how it changed after the World Wars, then in the Cold War. Okay, we saw the arms race which was being fought, how the arms race started taking place during the Cold War period. We also learned about the meaning of globalization, that is the give and take of capital, trade, okay, goods. Now, in the next chapter, we are going to study about the most important thing for a country, which I told you is going to be studied in detail. That is the foreign policy, how a country deals with other countries. The foreign policy of India, India's foreign policy, how India deals with other countries, the neighboring countries, the far-off countries, the rich countries, the poor countries, how it deals. That's what we are going to study in the next chapter. With this, I am finishing this first chapter of political science. I hope you have understood this chapter very well. Okay, if you have not understood it, please pay attention and rewind the lecture and please see it again, repeat time. And if you still don't understand any terms, please get back to me. Okay, and all these exercises from this chapter, I am not going into detail, I am not wasting my time as your time now discussing all this, because all this has been printed, as I told you before, number of times, that it has been printed in our study pack. So get yourself registered as early as possible and you can get your study pack. So it will be easy for you to study at home, sitting in the comfort of your home. You can study well and don't worry about COVID-19. Okay, our lectures and our study pack is enough to get you come out with shining colors, okay, in the exams. Okay, so just rely on Galaxy Online Learning, Galaxy Tutorial Study Pack. Okay, so with this I take your leave. Goodbye.